Derbyshire is enriched with memories and tales that have been passed down from generation to generation. This can be said of the memories of those that experienced the First World War 100 years ago. As a choreographer, I take great interest in human characteristics and stories, leading me to want to research further into finding out what memories Derbyshire has from such an iconic time in history. My response to Derbyshire lives through the First World War was to create a dance film depicting the thoughts and feelings of those who lived through the war in our beautiful county. I started off the process by putting out a press release to all local newspapers and radio stations, asking the public to contact me with memories and stories of life during the First World War that have been passed down through the generations. A few responded with letters, whereas others directed me towards well-known stories, some of which had been published some years ago. A quick interview on Radio Derby led to a few more emails zooming into my inbox, and then I paid a visit to Bakewell Old House Museum, who allow me access to their World War I exhibition along with letters from Bakewell residents. With the information I collected, I contacted the writers in the Peak, who took the letters and stories and began to write a series of poems of which we could use as our sound score on the film. With the initial poems and memories, we went into the studio and started to explore these ideas and stories through movement. The film is to revolve around war memorials in Derbyshire, giving this 360 feel. This added an extra dimension to the choreography and work in the studio, which we were itching to try out on location. We headed out onto the road and explored memorials in Starcones, Alfreton, Heanor, Adaire, Ripley, and Matlock. At each location we tried our different sections of the preset choreography as well as an element of improvisation. The film team Illuminos took this opportunity to see which memorials were working this endless 360 feel and those that would potentially need a different approach. Once we had a substantial amount of footage, we headed into the editing room. A mock-up, shorter version of our end idea was created using a poem written by the writers in the Peak and read by a local actress. We hope to take this idea further by visiting and filming as many of Derbyshire's war memorials as is possible. We aim to show the 4 different seasons throughout this, as a span of a year within the space of a 10-minute film is both a challenge and a feast for the eyes. Using local digital company Illuminos to film the piece, as well as the writers in the Peak, we are aiming to produce an artwork that is created by those in Derbyshire, from those who fought for us in Derbyshire. This can then be used by local authorities across the county to be played to demonstrate the memories and artistry of Derbyshire in a celebration of our ancestors' fight through the First World War.